All right, chapter 6.4. Second half of this part, you have a test at the end of this week. Let's start our lesson as usual with some math skill review. Remember that 3 and 4, you count by fours. 3 does not turn into a 4. The next multiple of 4 is 8. 3 can't become an 8. 4 times 3 is 12, so 12. I believe that 12 is our number. So remember, we put a 12 on the bottom of both of these. In order to turn 3 into a 12, we would multiply by 4. 2 times 4 turns into 8. In order to turn 4 into 12, we would multiply by 3. And 1 times 3 is 3. In the end, 8 plus 3 is 11 over 12, which is what we're looking at there. All right. 43 times 82. Keep in mind the time, or for this next week, maybe 2 weeks, we'll be working on ones where there's carrying. So again, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. So that's plain. Once you're done, bring down to 0. But keep in mind, 8 times 3 is 24. So write your 4 and carry your 2. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 2 makes 34. So you put your 34 down and you move from there. So 6, 8 and 4 make 12. Carry the 1. 4 and 1 make 5. 3. 3526 is the answer. Again, just keep in mind you only need to put those numbers here: 186, 3440, and 3526 to get that right. Then we go back to this. If the colors are the same, remember you add them together. So white 9, white 3 makes white 12. White 6 and black 2. Again, in this case, you say who won by how much. And to me, white won by 4. So that would be my answer. That's all it is. All right. In terms of solving today, we move one step forward and consider our work with decimals again. Remember, our decision-making process is still the same. We just need to rely more on our calculator to ease the stress of the actual values. So when we look at this question again, it's the same thing as what we had in our last one, which is with regular multiplication. What values with S? That would be 21.3. And then if you want to eliminate 21.3 and it's times S, then what you will do is divide by 21.3 and divide by 21.3. There you go. So now that goes away, bringing down S. I do 230.04 divided by 21.3. Oops. I can steal that. 21.3, which is 10.8. And there we go. All right, so again, that's really all there is to it. Again, if you're looking at another one, 250.21 equals 19.1 t. When looking at this, we are going to pretty much just say, all right, well, 250.21, 19.1 t. The 19.1, I'm sorry, the value with t is 19.1. It's a lot of stuff kind of mushed in here. And then if I want to move 19.1 as being multiplied, I just divide by 19.1. Divide by 19.1 and then type this in: 250.21 divided by 19.1, which is 13.1. And there you go. So that is your new work, which means, again, it's really not a big step going forward, but it's important we don't forget our original work because your test this week includes problems from last week. So let's just make sure we've still got it. And I'm going to do the ones with the decimals in it. So the value with X here, remember, is 82.9. And how do I move a positive 82.9? That is by subtracting 82.9 here, subtracting 82.9 there. Remember that X comes down, that goes away. And so you just do 173.1 minus 82.9, which is 90.2. And that is all. I'm sorry you couldn't see that. But again, that's pretty much all it is to it. And then one more before we wrap it up. If you had this one with subtraction, 43.9 equals D minus 53. The value with D, don't forget you must put a negative 53 to keep in mind that is a negative 53. There's a reason for that we'll see at the end of the year, but I just want to make sure you've got it. Solve again. How do we move a negative 53? That is by using a positive 53. So 43.9 plus 53, which is 96.9. And remember, that goes away. So that is pretty much all you have. Just make sure, again, you work to make the decisions more instinctual. When we move forward next week, it's important you do not need to think about how to move the values, but just be sure to email questions with work so I can continue to help you master. Again, be sure to make the attempt before asking for help. The first step to improving is learning not to be afraid to make a mistake or two or three or four. There's going to be a lot of them. And again, once you get over the fact that you're going to get a little frustrated whenever you're learning a new process, I think math becomes pretty easy. It's just that none of us really likes to mess up, myself included. But once you kind of get over it, it's not so bad. So other than that, go ahead and get to your homework, and I'll talk to you later. Good luck.